Alright, let's finish this chapter. Just get my tablet working. Connected. Okay. So, code magnets. Here's the code for a web client that will download the contents of a web page from Wikipedia and display it on the screen. The web page will be passed as an argument to the program. Think carefully about the data you need to send to a web server running HTTP. So that data is going to be that GET request right here, the thing that we typed. Where is it? Right here. This is the type of data that we would need. This is called an HTTP GET request, and it's just going to be a stream of text that we'll just send to the server. And that server is going to be on the Wikipedia side. So pretty straightforward. I think we can just code this real quick. So let's start a new project. Actually, let's call it HTTP client, and then go from there. Okay, our simple HTTP client. All right. So I need to start my terminal just so I'm all ready. Code, average dev, projects, C, client. All right, cool. I'm ready. All right, usual. Include stdio.h, include string.h, include no.h, include stdlib.h. Oh, so many headers. Socket.h, that's important. Let's see, include arpa/inet.h, and then some Unix C stuff, and then what do we have here? netdb.h. Okay. Then we'll have our little error helper. Okay. And we'll just do fprintf, std error, %s, new line, message, and then we want to stringify the error. Then we'll exit the program. Okay, my usual message responding, kid stuff. Kid stuff. Yeah, okay. We'll then have this helper method here that's going to open a socket. And this is going to be opening a socket to the server. So you'll take a host and a port, and I'm guessing we can just pass in the host name, not exactly the IP, and this thing's going to actually do that resolution for us to get the IP. So we'll create the struct value called res with ADR info, and we have that hints thing. We'll zero out hints, then we'll say, okay, I don't know what this PF unspec is, but basically you want to create like a struct that that's going to grab the IP address. So then we're going to do get ADR info with all this information in here, the host, the port, the hints, and I guess the resolved stuff. Yeah, the resolved address. Let's see what else. Okay, so then you'll create the socket. Okay, this is the client socket, and you're gonna pretty much send this to. You're gonna create this, and then you're going to connect to that real IP address of Wikipedia, right? So this is gonna be coming in as wikipedia.org. But then this, after all this processing here, is going to have that real IP address. And then don't forget to free memory and return that socket. So it's a helper. Okay, so we'll do int open socket. So host be a pointer to a character. I wonder why port is a pointer to character. Huh. So we'll have via these pointers. I should probably do it like this. hints. Then we'll do memset. Take the address of hints, pass that in as a reference. So then, let's see what else do we have here. Hints.ai, AI family. Okay. That's going to be PF unspec. This should be an opportunity for me to see what is in here. So if I do that, oh yeah, unspecified. Okay, unspecified protocol family. Why is this squiggly? Incomplete is not allowed. Incomplete type struct ADDR info is not allowed. Why? That's weird. Let's see if I can restart. Maybe. Well, that's bizarre. Of course, can't go one day without SCIO, string h, erno.h, stdlib.h, syssocket.h, arpa inet.h, unisd.h, netdb.h. Incomplete type struct ADR info. You know what? I'm gonna keep going. Just keep going. See what happens. Ints.ai sock type, sock stream. So that's gonna refer to TCP in this case. Then we're gonna have to do some error handling if get ADR info, host, port, hints, res, again equals -1, meaning if it's -1, we have an error, commit an error, can't resolve the address, so your DNS query failed. And then we're going to create the socket when we're done. So it's going to be int dsock, socket res AI, family, res AI, sock type, sock type. Okay, res AI underscore protocol. Okay, let's make sure that's clean here. Do that. Maybe this is good enough. Okay. Make sure we fit it all in like this. Okay. And then if dsock is equal to -1, meaning that we couldn't create the socket, because that's what it returns, can't open the socket. Okay. So we always have to watch our return values. When we call these system level type of functions, we really always have to watch out for the return value. Usually -1 will mean that there's an error. And so, yeah, just make sure you always do these types of error handling. It's a good habit to get into. Once your apps become more complex, it's going to be very helpful for debugging and understanding why your app crashed. Because it's going to happen. So int c is going to connect, so connect with the socket given dsock. So descriptor socket, that's what it stands for. So going to be the address, the real address, and then a helper, basically determining, I guess, the length of that address. Then we'll just free info, because we've already connected using that information, so why not? Let's just free some memory. Now, if we didn't get anything back from connect, that means we couldn't connect to the socket. So we'll exit. Can't do much more. This is a network application. Can't connect to socket. Finally, we return dsock. Okay, so I'm curious here as to why I'm getting issues here. Yeah, so let's do man ADDR info. No intro. Oh yeah, it's a struct type. Maybe here. C ADDR info. So where does this belong to? I'm guessing it's going to be like right here. Get ADDR info same. So sys types. Is this sys types? Syssocket.h. We have that. We have netdb.h. But for sure we don't have sys types. Let's see what happens if we include it. Include sys types.h. Nothing happened. What's going on here? Why wasn't this being complained? Why wasn't this complained? If I did this, whoa, everything works. Okay. Maybe this is a typo here. I don't know, but then they passed in the address here. Well, I guess I'll just pass it in as pointer. Odd. Even here is still incomplete. Should I just malloc? What happens if I just malloc? Okay. Incomplete type. So it's not a real type. Interesting. Interesting. That's not correct though. Let's go back to here. This one. You know what? Let's search for it. Why is it giving us issues? It's an incomplete type, meaning that it doesn't exist as like a value type. It's optional powers. It's defined by netdb.h. Did I include that correctly? netdb.h. Huh. This is 5 years ago. So hence an optional pointer to a struct ADDR info is defined by netdb.h. The structure can be used to provide hints concerning the type of socket the caller supports or wishes to use. It's called hints because it's used to provide hints. Indicates what protocol family, IPv4, IPv6, for example, the caller wants, what socket type, blah, blah, blah. You can pass null for hints and thus indicate you don't care what protocol. Oh, okay. Well, it's not, I guess it's not really required. But I'm confused. This is defined as syssocket.h, but it's in 2009. Let's see. Let's go for something more modern. Whew. Let's see. Where is this? Incomplete type. Ah, this is the same one. All right. Why? Why? If netdb is commented out, there's some problem locating that there are some known bugs with recursive includes that you should be hitting, causing the path to netdb get excluded. Okay, meaning that we don't have netdb. Okay, netdb.h. Where can I find and download netdb.h? Wow, so I guess this thing is problematic. Locate netdb.h. Can we do a locate? Ah, we don't have it. Okay, let's install locate. Sudo apt install plocate, and with locate, it's a program to find stuff, but I think by default it doesn't have anything. Like you can't find any files because it's not indexed. So let's see. Let's just try it. Locate netdb.h. Oh, it does. Okay. So we have USR include netdb.h. USR include RPC netdb.h. GNU bits netdb.h. Looks like that's fine. So I'm wondering, do we really need the hints thing to really get working? Let's try not to, because we could actually pass in null. Let's do it. Let's take that risk and hope for the best. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm also going to get rid of this. And then I am going to be brave. And I am going to get rid of that and say null. And then this is also not correct. What's going on? Get ADDR info. So I'm not able to find this thing either. That's odd. Are we blocked? Not found. ADDR not found C. This is C++. headers are in the wrong order. Since when? Well, there are valid reasons, but okay. Most of our create some netdb.h sys types. Come on. Wow. Let's do man get EDR info. This one's insist. Wait, where is it at? Where does it belong to? Standard library, libc. So it should be included. But I'm just gonna include all of these too. Maybe there's some sort of conflict. Sys types, which I already had, but let's just do it in that order. Okay, and let's just do that, like it said. stdio.h, stdlib.h, systypes.h, syssocket.h, netdb.h. I am stuck. And then arpa inet.h. Okay, let's get to a minimal thing. I am so confused. Restart extension host. Weird. And we don't even have these. Am I missing something? Let's see. What an interesting way. netdb.h. This is the reason why doing this alone sometimes sucks, because okay. You know what? I'm just going to just read the code and we'll just fill it in. How's that? Okay. So this is going to be, DSOC is going to be open socket with wikipedia.org. The port there is going to be 80. Most likely that's what wikipedia.org is listening onto. So we'll do open socket here. We'll print with the buffer. We're going to print out that GET request. There was a GET HTTP 1.1 blah 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 wikipedia.org, and then we're going to send that with say. So we're going to send the buffer, okay, and then we're going to then do, what is it? Oh, so this is the stuff right here. We're going to do receive bytes received is going to be, what is this? Well, bytes received is going to be the data. So bytes received is going to be the data. Then this one should be, I think, the null terminating character, so that we can actually print it out, most likely. And then we'll close the socket. Sorry about that, everybody. I don't know why. So open socket is, yeah, that's correct. Get request is here. I wonder why we had to send. So create a string for the path to the page you want. This sends the host data as well as a blank line. That makes sense. But why is it that the HTTP request is broken up to 2? Why do we say 2 times? I think we can just get away with sending it all in one. Huh. But yeah, null terminating character, close. Alright. So test drive. If you compile and run the web client, you make it download a page from Wikipedia like this. Okay, GCC wiki client, blah blah blah. Then you basically, this is programmatically executed. Okay, with this search query, I guess, this page, and that is going to be RV here. Oh, see, I see. Okay, so this is gonna be this string. This formatted string here is going to be the O'Reilly Media, which probably explains why this then is going to be separately, because I think it would overflow the given buffer. Okay. Anyway, you'll get back HTML from wikipedia.org because you're connected there. So it works. The client took the name of the page from the command line and then connected to Wikipedia to download the page. Because it's constructing the path to the file, you need to make sure that you replace any spaces in the page name with the underscore character. Okay? Go off pissed. Go off pissed? Okay. Why not pick the code to automatically replace characters like spaces for you? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Alright, so should I create sockets with IP addresses or domain names? Most of the time you'll want to use domain names. They're easier to remember, and occasionally some servers will change their numeric addresses but keep the same domain names. So, do I even need to know how to connect to a numeric address? Hold on. Man. Okay. Alright, so yes, if the server you're connecting to is not registered in the domain name system, such as systems on your home network, then you will need to know how to connect by IP. Can I use get ADDR info with a numeric address? Yes, you can, but if you know that the address you are using is using a numeric IP, the first version of the client socket code is simpler. So yes, a protocol is a structured conversations. Servers connect to local ports. Clients connect to remote ports. Clients and servers both use sockets to communicate. You write data to a socket with send. Okay. You read data from a socket with receive. HTTP is the protocol used on the web. Okay. Cool. So that is yet another chapter. Remember blob? Bind, listen, accept, begin, talk. And then you use fork. So fork is so important. If you're a server program, remember that receiving client connections, if you don't create another thread or process or anything like that to handle that connection, you are pretty much going to handle only one client connection at a time. Then everybody else is going to be waiting on that queue. Remember that queue is the amount of connections that are waiting in line that you had defined when you first had configured your server listening socket. So just remember that it's very important that if you're going to create server applications and you want to handle multiple clients at once, you have to have some way to create a new process or a new thread. And I don't know why this is not working for me today. So, all right. Threads. Before we begin, I do have an eGPU. I want to I put that video card into the enclosure, so I'm gonna plug it in right now, and I'm gonna see if it actually works because I want to do a local LLM in here, and this could really mess me up, but it's okay. I'm recording off of a different computer. I did something like that. Cool. So turning on. Okay, so tip everybody, if you want to figure out whether or not. Okay, my computer went really slow just now. Okay, that's not good. Well, we stopped at threads, and my computer just froze. So, what happens if I just do a hard reset? Graphics. It's a 3060 Ti. It's an NVIDIA 3060 Ti. Yeah, I got it like. So I went from a 2070 Super to a 3060 Ti, but the only reason why I upgraded so early, relatively, it was like I got my 2070 Super in like 2020 and the 3060 Ti in like 2021, 2022, because I was like kind of into the whole cryptocurrency, so I wanted to try like what is this Bitcoin mining thing, and so I got one of those. But too bad I wasn't like I didn't do like my research well enough. It was one of those light hash rate ones, so it wasn't that great. So I just stopped it. And plus, it's not even a thing. It's not even, I don't know, cryptocurrencies like that. Okay, but now I'm going to use it for local LLM, and that's fun. My Ubuntu is not responding well to it. I knew this would happen, actually. I knew this would happen. Okay, I'm going to just hard reset once more. And then I am probably going to do this on a different computer next time. I have a laptop, but we can do it through the CPU, I guess. We do CPU based. How about that? Let's do that. Let's do that, and then yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's spend the rest of the time doing that. Let's set it up. I don't know whether or not I should make a different video. Should I make a different video? Yeah, let's just make a different video. I'm gonna stop recording this one and I'll upload 2 different ones. I don't know what the engagement or whatever this YouTube thing is gonna be like, but let's see.